Alright, so you're gonna see here that I have created many folders. So that was created previous videos, the first console. If you go look in here, I have created this one's 2019, so that's for the game. And here we have at the beginning of this course, we have created this first console and the second console. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to create a new one. Say for example, we're going to create a proper ones, a new one. That was just for me showing you guys how what is the structures of the C sharp and how C sharp works. So in this one we're going to create our program. So now what we're going to look here, we're going to look if you guys look in here, browse here, that's what we have downloaded here, ASP.NET. You guys, if you guys scroll down all the way here, this is the ones that we have at the beginning of this videos. We have created this, we have installed all these plugins, but we only need this at the moment. We only need this console app. So because whatever we're gonna do in the console. So and then console app 1, you can name your console app 1. If you look in here, that's the location is users home source repos. You can do somewhere else as well. If you guys press this one, you guys can navigate, and you guys can put it, say for example, in this is your folder resides here. You guys can put it in your documents, or if you guys not comfortable with this one, you guys can put it somewhere else. And you guys look in here that we have created the first console app. So that was the previous videos. You can create anything you guys like. Say for example, console app 1, our console app, our project 1. For example, we're gonna put a, for example, we're gonna put a first. We're gonna put a project. Keep in mind I have used a camel case. You guys can use make sure the first one is uppercase. So here we have users home source repos, and inside this one we have created first project. So we're going to create next, and then we are going to the next screen. And if you look in here, which the Windows asking where which .NET 7, which one you want to use. So if you click this one, you guys might have a different one. So I have the previous one, and then now I've installed this one, standard term support. And as I shown you guys already, what is NET? NET is that the one your C# program runs. And here it's up to you. You want to put a 6 or 7, but Windows, because we're doing C# 11 and it works with .NET 7. So we're going to create our project. And if you guys look in here, Windows have a reputation of not a very fast OS. Most of the Windows are very slow, so you guys need to be patient. So while Visual Studio creates your project. Alright, so Visual Studio has created our project, and that's our first project. And if you look in here, we have some dependencies. And if you're looking carefully down here, it says program.cs. .cs is extension for C#. It stands for C#. If you guys double click that one, you're going to see here your first project. Alright, so I'm going to go through this Visual Studio. If you look in here, that's all your menu. We start from the file, which saves our program, and edit, which edit we have a view. And don't worry about the Git for now, because it stands for GitHub. That's you guys, if you guys need to commit your projects. So GitHub is for programmers to say if you have a project and you have a lot of developers from all around the world, and all of the developers, say from Africa or Russia, or say from Middle East or China, whatever, who wants to help you, they can come in GitHub and see your project and can help you from there. So it's a social networking site for programmers. Alright, so if you look in here, we have a build, which we're going to build our project, and we have a debug, which is very helpful for debug. It's test, analyze, tool, extension, Windows help. So for now, these ones are very good if you guys if you go in depth, say making Unity games. So these are very good to analyze your code and see your code. So if you look in here, you have C sharp, and we double click. This is your program .cs. So this is your first program. So if you guys look in here carefully, it says hello world. That's the first things that when we learn a language we're gonna see here. So if you guys want to run, you can run from here. Now our program is running, and now these C sharps are creating the project and running this C sharp project. Alright, so our program has been compiled, and if you look in here, we're going to see our message here. So hello world. So that's our console, and from now on we're going to see this one. So press any key to close. If you guys press your space, this is the area where you're going to see here the debugging process of your application. So if you look in here, build order, debug, hot reload, package manager, you're going to see all, but for now we are looking for this debug. Why we need the debug? Because if your programs are say for example have some problems, then you're going to see it here. You're going to see exactly where the problem is, but for now, because we only have one line of code, there is no need for any debugging. But this debug is very useful when you guys go and dive deep in high advanced C sharp programming. So looking here, we have if you guys want to change your project, just go to the tools. If you guys as I said before, if you guys are not happy and want to say for example you guys are doing Unity programming and want to change it to say for example the Unity, you guys can do so. So you guys gonna go on tools, and you guys gonna come here at options, the end one, you press enter, and you're gonna open the options menu is gonna open, and then you guys gonna come and a little bit down options, and looking here projects and solutions, and in project and solutions we're gonna go on locations. So once you guys go on a location, that's your C sharp this Visual Studio, that's the location. And if you look in here where your project's template is getting saved, that's your Visual Studio, which resides in your documents. So if you click open documents, and if you look in here Visual Studio 2017, I had it, that's then again I installed 2019. In your case you guys are going to see here, and I'm here in my documents, that's your all your looking here, that's your template that resides here, and that's your project template, and that's your C sharp, that's all the Visual C++, and that's all Visual Basic, and that's your template. So this is all the template, and if you guys want to change the location, you can do so from here. And that's what I just wanted to show you guys. So you guys go on tools, you guys go on say for example project and solutions, and you guys gonna go on location. And then if you guys happy with this one, you guys can please click OK. Because the reason I show you, because when we do when we do Unity programming, you guys need to change this one location from time to time in your desired folder. If you look in here, we have only one line that we outputted in our console. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys what is namespace, what is class, and what is references. And if you look in here, we have some boxes here, and if you notice, this is for our methods. We have a constructor, say for example we have a public methods, or we have a fields, things like that. This is going to come here. So this is very handy if you guys want to look in here. So first, for example, as we type, our methods and our class going to come here, and our methods going to come here. So use the drop down to view the navigate to item in this file. So looking here, use this drop down. So whatever you guys going to type here, you're going to see all your codes going to come here. Say for example, if you have a public method, you guys need to create some public to execute your file, and it's going to be here. So, and keep in mind, C sharp is very similar to Java. For example, now we have a namespace. What is namespace? Namespace distinguish your project. Say for example, if you have a car, and you have another car. Say there is two cars racing in for example a racetrack. So and the commentators announce the car one's location, car two's location. It's very hard for the commentator to go say car one or car two. So when we create a namespace, say for example the car one belongs to say Google, and the car two belongs to say Apple, for example. So now it's very hard for the commentator says is Google's car or Apple's car. Very easy, and that's how we do with the namespace. So what we're going to do, we put a namespace say Google, and once we put a namespace Google, then we put a class car. That's what we're going to do. And here now we're going to say namespace say Apple, for example, and we say class car. So now in that both case we have a class car. What distinguishes this class from this class? Because there's a namespace, because we have it's a Google's car, for example, our and keep in mind with the namespace you guys need to put uppercase. Same with the class, you guys need to put uppercase, so the C# knows that you guys are referring to this namespace. So our projects or something if you guys building are known by its namespaces, not by its classes. For example, now the first thing that C# is going to look is for your namespace. Other than that, otherwise, even if you have say hundreds of class car, that hundreds class cars not going to get in conflict with each other. Why? Because of the namespace. And then if you guys want another car, for example, then you guys gonna for example another Twitter, gonna have again car in the car race. Then you guys gonna put a say for example namespace Twitter, and then what you guys gonna do, plot class car, for example. So now we have three class. You can add this one namespace IBM or namespace any other company. So you can put a lot of namespace, and you can in every namespace you guys can add this class car. But if you guys do it by yourself, then the C# is going to get confused, because all of them have a class car, and then they're going to come in conflict with each other. So now your code is more readable, and your code the C# distinguishes between the namespaces, which is so namespace. So the first thing that you guys going to start your C# is you're going to see namespace, because C# 11 has changed, but in the older C# you guys are going to see the namespace, the first thing that you guys see. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Cryowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave it in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.